turn-of-the-century American cameo earrings with real pearls. They're not all that rare, but buyers like this sort of thing. It's password protected. That did it. There's nothing on here. Maybe there's something on that data key I found in the puzzle box. Good. It fits. It's password protected. No surprise there. That did it. There's nothing on his desktop, but I can look at the files on that data key. Reichert suspected there was a mole, and he was trying to figure out who it was. This would suggest he's innocent, unless it's a red herring. I need to finish Reichert's analysis to be sure. Personnel files on FITA employees. I don't have time to look at them now, but they might be a handy bargaining chip one day. I'll take this data key with me. About Reichert?
Yes?
How long has he been married?
He was married in 2008, as I recall, so he was 33 at the time.
What's his interest in cryptology?
Before he came here, he was a cryptologist for the CIA.
I have enough data points on Reichert to do my analysis now. Reichert has the same pattern as Alistair Denniston, the brilliant British cryptologist. That confirms what I saw on that data key. Reichert is not the traitor. I need to pack for DC. I need... my head... Now, damn it. Have to get to the rings. Made it. Oh God, that was the worst one yet. I almost didn't make it back. I don't know why, but Walker seems to be able to stop them. I can't risk another one of those while he's missing. What is happening to me? I'll take it when I go to the airport. I should at least unpack my suitcase and freshen up a bit before I get back on a plane. I'm as ready to go as I'll ever be. Kitchen knives. Nothing special. Given the recent drama, I think I'll carry a knife with me.
Mr. Rector, I heard the news about Helene and Captain Walker. I'm sure you're as upset as I am. Dexter says you're looking for clues as to who might have kidnapped them?
Yes, I am.
Anything I can do to help, please ask. Anything.
Dexter contacted you about Helene as soon as I told him she was Livia Drusilla.
Yes. He sent me an email with her photograph. That may sound careless, but we have a very secure system here, and of course, everything is password protected.
Did you tell anyone about the email?
No. No, of course not.
Were you alone when the email arrived?
Yes. Well, my PA was in the next room, as always. My girlfriend, Dominique. She was here that day. In fact, after I read the email, I realized it was time to break things off with her. So I did.
Why didn't you mention this earlier?
It's not relevant. I never told her about Helene or anything else related to Mobius. I wouldn't do that.
So, you read the email and then, what, called her in here to dump her?
No. She came in here maybe 20 minutes after I'd read the email. I told her that our relationship was over. I just said it was for the best.
And then what happened?
She was in tears. She asked to have a few minutes to herself, so I stepped out for a short while.
You left her alone? With your computer?
It was only for a few minutes, and she wouldn't have looked at my computer. She was upset. Besides, I always lock it when I leave the room, and she doesn't have the password.
Always?
Always. Look, I want to find Helene more than anyone. But Dominique had nothing to do with this. I'm certain of that.
I want to see that email.
I don't think so. I told you what was in it, and I have very sensitive information on this computer. I'm sorry, but I don't see how it could possibly help.
The blinds are on the outside of the window. There must be some means of controlling them. That glass could be useful if I could cut the glare. Would you mind closing the blinds? The glare is distracting.
Very well.
With the blinds drawn, I can see his computer screen. Good. I can see his screen in the window. A password prompt is up. About that email from Dexter.
Yes?
Got it. His password is 1470. I need to get Markham to leave the room so I can use that password. Where were you when you got the email?
Right here in this office.
What did you do after reading it?
I looked at the photo for a while, and reread the email several times. It was hard to believe that the search for her was finally over, that I was looking at my future wife. She's a very beautiful woman. And then I emailed Dexter back, asking him to send me more details as soon as he had them.
I want to see that email.
I don't think so. I told you what was in it, and I have very sensitive information on this computer. I'm sorry, but I don't see how it could possibly help.
Would you mind asking your PA a question? It's probably best if you go to his office to do it. If it's just the two of you, he might answer more honestly.
What do you want to know?
Was there anyone else in this office that day?
I don't think so, but I'll ask him.
computer is password protected. Of course it is. That's the email Dexter sent to Markham about Helene. It looks like it's been forwarded.
Everett says there was no one else here besides himself, me, and Dominique.
Send it to Stephen Markham. I hope he's worth all this damn trouble. I'm sorry to trouble you, but might I have a glass of water?
Of course. I hope you don't mind a bottle.
Ah, thank you. I've thought of another question for your PA. Do you mind?
What's the question?
Did he see any unknown vehicles?
I'll check.
This email was forwarded. I need to find out who that email address belongs to.
What are you doing?
The email from Dexter about Helene. It was forwarded from your inbox.
What?
Take a look.
I never did that. I didn't forward it to anyone.
The forward was sent 41 minutes after the email arrived. It was either you, Everett, your PA, or Dominique. My money's on the girlfriend you just dumped. Good timing, Senator.
No, I can't believe she would do that. How would she even know to check my email?
It wouldn't take a genius to figure out you'd learned something that made her obsolete. I want her address. I have to find out where she sent that email.
Of course, but be diplomatic, please. I don't want her so angry that she goes to the press.
Excuse me? You're worried about your reputation now?
Take it. Just find Helene.
I intend to. Great. Markham wants me babysat. This will be interesting.
Hello, can I help you?
Dominique?
Yes.
I'm Malachi Rector, and these are my dear associates. I wanted to speak with you about your relationship with Stephen Markham.
Oh, is this some kind of investigation? Is he in trouble?
Do you want him to be in trouble?
Yes.
Then you'll want to talk to me.
Please, come inside. How can I help you?
I see you have a bar. Would you mind if I had a drink? It's been a long day.
It's customary to bring your hostess something to serve if this is a social call. If it's not, then you shouldn't be drinking, should you?
Your logic defeats me. About your relationship with Stephen Markham.
Yes,
When did you start seeing each other?
3 years ago. It's a long time for a callous brush-off, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. Did Stephen ever make you any promises?
When a man takes a woman to bed, he is always making promises, Mr. Richter. Don't you agree?
Oh yes, absolutely. Sex is always a promise.
I'm glad you agree. Not all men do.
Why did Stephen end things between you?
He said we had no future, that it was time to make a clean break. He can't just toss me away. Are you from some kind of ethics committee? I'm willing to testify against him. I've even considered a civil suit. What do you think?
You should sue him. He owes you.
I quite agree. I'm glad you see it my way. Thank you.
You forwarded an email from Markham's computer. Would you care to explain where that went?
I don't know what you're talking about. I did nothing of the sort.
You have a lovely home. It suits you.
That's very sweet of you to say.
You're a very attractive woman.
Thank you. My ego's been a bit bruised lately, so I appreciate that.
You seem quite young to have been dating the senator.
Do you think so? I'm flattered.
I've always had a weakness for women with dark hair.
I quite agree. Your coloring is striking.
I'd like to get to know you better.
Perhaps. I'm still trying to make up my mind about you.
I need to step out for a moment. Would it be all right if I came back later?
Yes, assuming I'm available.
Very gracious of you. I'll be back shortly. Perhaps you'd like to hang out in your car and play Angry Birds while you wait.